qualitative analysis of organic compound. It involves basically finding of elements present in a given organic compound, whether carbon is present or not, hydrogen is present or not, halogen is present or not, nitrogen is present or not. So basically we are going to find out which element is actually present. So we have a set of reactions which we carry out, and we distinguish whether a particular element is present or not. So we have few tests out here so that you can understand how detection happens. So if an organic compound has to have carbon, I guess you know that the compounds of carbon are known as organic compounds. So carbon will always be present, but for testing what we do is we actually pass the organic compound through copper vapors. Copper reacts with reacts with oxygen and form copper oxide, and copper oxide then attaches to carbon and we get carbon dioxide. So if carbon is present in organic compound, then it is converted into carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide reacts with lime water to turn it milky. So if milkiness appears, then you identify that CO2 must have been there, so carbon was present in the given compound. Next is hydrogen. How we test hydrogen? So hydrogen is converted into water and by oxidation, of course. So hydrogen of the organic compound is converted into water, and water reacts with copper sulfate to form a blue colored precipitate, that is CuSO4.5H2O. So if blue precipitate is formed, then we understand that water is formed and we have hydrogen in the given compound. So these are tests of carbon and hydrogen. So these are called basically Liebig's test. Alright. Now we move on to the test of nitrogen and sulfur and carbon. So how we figure out, or what are the ways? So we have a Lassagne test. What we do is carbon, sulfur, nitrogen is converted into their ionic form. Organic compound is basically covalent. So by using Lassagne test, what we do is carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, halogen, we convert them into ionic form. What we do in that? We take some powdered form of the organic compound into a small tube of this size, and we put a sodium metal, is tiny tube is there. So in that tube we put organic compound and sodium metal together, and we heat it over a burner. We heat over a burner, and when it is red hot, we take it and we dip it into distilled water and crush it and do filtration. So filtration is carried out, and the filtrate we get is the Lassagne fusion extract. So sodium fusion extract also it is commonly known as. So sodium fusion extract is used for detection of nitrogen, carbon, halogens, right? So we have here how different components are converted. So if organic compound has nitrogen, that carbon must be present. Otherwise, simple nitrogen test will not happen, because we are converting nitrogen into cyanides. So carbon has to be there in the organic compound. For example, hydrazine will not show this test because hydrazine has only N. It doesn't have carbon. So carbon has to be there to give these tests which we are about to understand. So sodium reacts with carbon and nitrogen and forms sodium cyanide. It is an ionic compound. It is an ionic compound. And similarly, if sulfur is present in the organic compound, it will react with sodium to form sodium sulfide. If halogen is present in the organic compound, we have been given, it will convert into halogen. So carbon and nitrogen convert into cyanide, sulfur is converted into sodium sulfide, and halogen into sodium halide. Next, we carry out one by one test for nitrogen, sulfur and halogens. So firstly we have test for nitrogen. What we do is we have a reaction where cyanide reacts with Fe plus 2 salt, and it gives us FeCN6 whole 4 minus. Now what we do is we make it react with Fe plus 3 salt, such as FeCl3. ferrous sulfate you can take here, you can take ferric sulfate or ferric chloride FeCl3 over here, and it will get converted into Fe4 FeCN whole 6 and whole thrice, and the color of this complex is Prussian blue. So if you get Prussian blue, then it is confirmed that organic compound has nitrogen. So this is a test for nitrogen. Organic compound is containing nitrogen if you get Prussian blue color, and this complex of course is of blue color. So if you are getting blue color, that means iron and nitrogen is present in that organic compound what we were testing. All right. Next we will have test for sulfur, test for halogens further. So that is it for now. Thank you.